Hi ladies, hi Paula, it's Suzanne again, and I want to say a shout out hi to my daughter Noelle from Florida and her friend James. They have helped me create this recipe today. One of the things that's so great about the Real Women of Philadelphia is I'm sharing with my daughter and her friends, and they're in college and they're on budgets and they've started to cook at home, and they're calling me and telling me about recipes that they're using, and I'll say, well, why don't you add a little bit of this or that, and then I'll call them and tell them about one I'm getting together, and they'll give me suggestions to add, and that's how we came up with our seafood pierogies with blush marinara gravy. It actually started out, my daughter Noelle and her friend James made an amazing potato taco, and it just had great ingredients in it. And when I was talking to her, they said, hey mom, you know, why don't you use that recipe? And I said, oh, that's a good idea. And I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna add cream cheese, and I'm gonna do, you know, add little different, make a blush sauce, and I want to put cream cheese in the blush sauce, and I want to do a little tweaking. And I came up with a different version of potato tacos, which became potato, mushroom, shrimp, onion, all kinds of fun stuff, pierogies, and of course garlic, and gotta have gravy, so blush marinara gravy. Alright, so we'll get started. Okay ladies, so what you're going to need to make this dish are the following ingredients. Now, if you're trying to be quick for time, you can use box garlic flavored mashed potatoes, or you can use 5 large russet potatoes. If I do that, I put them in the microwave, peel off the skins, mash them, makes it real easy. Butter and cream. Okay, but we're going to use the mashed potatoes in the box, roasted garlic, and to that you're going to need about 4 tablespoons of butter. Gotta have butter. 3/4 of a cup of light cream, or half and half, whichever you prefer. I prefer the light cream. And 1 cup of water. So that will take care of the potato part. In that potatoes, we're going to put some delicious whipped Philly cream cheese, onion and chive. It's just delicious. 6 green onions, and here's my little mascot. Hey Philly cream cheese people. Real Women of Philadelphia. Hey Philly. Pinch of salt and pepper. 3 ounces of cream cheese, and that's going to go with our marinara sauce, and you can use your own homemade for time purposes. You know, a lot of times just getting home from work, you want to use it out of a jar unless you have some great stuff frozen. So for now, I'm going to use a jar of marinara. And 1 pound of shrimp. I used, this looks like cooked, but what it actually is uncooked shrimp, and you need about 1 pound of uncooked shrimp. And the reason for uncooked is when you mix everything together, the shrimp and the green onion and the mushrooms, and I forgot to show you, excuse me, 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms, which I've just sliced. You want all those flavors and the butter and everything to just incorporate into that shrimp. So you do want to use uncooked shrimp, and I just let it thaw out, devein it, take it off the skins, and then we put it in the pan. And we'll show you how to do that. Okay, and ladies, I almost forgot the wontons. So we need just a package. They're square wonton wrappers. They're 2 sides. They look about the size of square piece of American cheese. Okay, so that is the last ingredient. Okay, ladies, so we're marinating, or actually like just trying to brown the mushrooms and the onions a little bit. And of course, we do a little salt, a little pepper. I love this little gadget. Isn't this great? Alright. And I love my little mascot. Alright. And then we're going to add the shrimp. So what I've done is I've taken off the shells, and the reason you want to do that is you want to cook it without the shells, because you want to give all that flavor. You want to infuse the shrimp with the flavor of the mushrooms and the onions, and you just want to, oh, it's just delicious. If you could smell this, you would absolutely love it. And then what you do is you take a little extra bit of salt and pepper, and it's not too early, sorry Mr. Mouse, to do a little bit of Philly cream cheese. We're going to do the rest of it later, but again, you want to infuse all of the shrimp with that Philly cream cheese, onion and chive. Absolutely unbelievable in these recipes. Unbelievable, ladies. Okay? Okay, ladies, so now that I've done the potatoes according to the package directions, add a little bit of salt and pepper, but I think I'm just going to add a little bit more pepper. All right, there, we're good to go there. And then you're going to incorporate the Philly whipped cream whipped chives in that. And this just adds such delicious, oh my goodness, delicious flavor to these. I call them pierogies, but they are a pierogi wonton in marinara gravy, so blush marinara gravy. So it's a melting pot, and again, it's from my daughter that started out with potato tacos and her friend James. So here we go. Again, thanks for the tip, Noelle and James. This is great that we're cooking together. This is just such a great thing to have in common with young adults, and just a good thing to connect. Okay, so now that we're mixing, we've mixed the mushrooms and the shrimp and everything in here. Oh, the green onion is just going to, oh, just burnt my hand a little bit. Okay, so what you do is I've placed the wontons out. You just peel them apart and put them on the sheet, and we're going to have more on the sheet here. And you just take some, dab it in there. Alright. Sometimes you need another one to kind of scoop it. Okay. And then when you want to take one of these and just kind of go around, and the potato actually helps to glue it. But later what we're going to do, and if I didn't tell you before, we need to get one egg white and we'll brush them, and that way we will, this one needs a little more. We're going to also help to stick it together and keep them from burning. So let's get a little more in there, some of that mushroom and green onion in there. Just kind of get the sides around, it comes out a little bit. There's no special way to this. Alright, and I'm going to finish up some of these and get the white egg wash, and I'll be back. Alright, ladies, so now we're going to take our egg white and just brush it along all of these little goodies. And I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees, and we're just going to put them in long enough to start to get a golden color, and then we'll take them out. And while we're doing that, we're going to make our blush marinara gravy. So I lost my little brush to brush this away, so I'm making do. Oops, I'm probably going to have fried egg there. Oh well. I'm just going to spread it on there. Okay, that's good, good. Alright, okay ladies, so now we're going to make our sauce. Put your marinara sauce, and I start with about half of it. And this is while the other little goodies are cooking. Put in your cream cheese, your 3 ounces, and your cream. And just mix all that around. And you really just, you know, get it to mix in there. And when it starts to simmer, that should be simmering about the same time that your pierogies are coming out. So I'm going to add a little more. And if you can just see, it's a beautiful, just I call it a rosa color, but just a blush color, and oh, so creamy and so delicious. The Philly cream cheese just makes it. It's not the same without that. And it takes a little bit of the bite away. Sometimes marinara can have a little bit of a bite. It just softens it up, and it's delicious. And you're going to love it. Okay, ladies, so here you have it. Our shrimp pierogies, our seafood pierogies with the blush marinara gravy, and I'm going to taste it. Oh, this is so delicious. Thanks to my daughter and her friend James. Thanks, Noelle. Thanks, James. This is so good. Noelle, I can't wait for you to come to a visit so you can taste this. Thanks for inspiring me. So good.